Right now, somewhere in your life, there is a person. They have mastered the art of smiling at your face while slowly working against you. And the unsettling part. You probably already sense who it is. Something feels off every time you're around them. A quiet wrongness you can't quite name, but you keep pushing that feeling down because you don't know the one simple move. The move that exposes them completely. No fighting, no drama, no uncomfortable confrontation. Just one move. And once you use it, fake people lose their ability to hide. By the time you finish reading this, you'll know exactly how to see through the people in your life who aren't real, and you'll never be fooled the same way again. Here is the first thing you need to understand. It will permanently change how you read people. Fake people are not usually mean. Most of them are exceptionally nice. That is the entire trick. They're the first to show up when you're struggling. They bring food. They cry with you. They say all the right things at exactly the right moments. But they're not there because they love you. They're there because they need something. Information, a sense of superiority, or proximity. Proximity to someone they see going somewhere in life. And the moment things start going genuinely well for you, that is, when everything quietly shifts. The smile gets a little tight. The words cool slightly. The support arrives a little slower. Nothing obviously wrong is said, but you start to feel it. That low, persistent sense that something is off. That feeling is not paranoia. That is your mind doing its job. Your brain picks up on micro signals that your eyes miss. A half-second of silence when you share good news. A smile that arrives just a beat too late. A compliment that sounds faintly like a warning. Your brain registers all of it, but most of us have been taught to override that signal. Be kind. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Don't judge too quickly. Maybe you're overthinking, so we silence the voice and keep the wrong people close. That stops today. If you want to know. If you want to know whether someone is real or fake, stop listening to what they say. Fake people are professionals at saying the right things. They've been practicing their entire lives. You won't catch them through words. You catch them with one thing. Watch how they react when something good happens to you. Say that slowly to yourself, because this is the secret. You don't see a person's true character when life is hard. You see it when life is going well. For you, think back to the last time something good happened. A promotion, a personal win, a stretch of days. Now think about the people around you in that moment, who lit up before they even opened their mouth, whose eyes went wide, who leaned toward you instinctively, and then who went quiet for just 1 second, who immediately dressed the good news in a warning. That is great, but just be careful. Who said congratulations and then pivoted to their own problems? That 1 second delay. That unsolicited caution disguised as care. That swift redirection of the spotlight. That is the truth. The mask slips for just a moment, but it slips. Real people cannot suppress their happiness for you. It appears on their face before they decide to show it. Fake people have to perform happiness for you, and every performance has a tiny, telling delay. Test this. Share a small piece of good news. Share it with the people around you this week. Nothing major, something like I've been feeling really good. Then, watch their face before they speak. You will learn more in 5 seconds than in 5 years. Now here are 5 moves, clean, simple, and drama-free. Moves that will show you exactly who belongs in your life. Move 1. Share good news and watch their eyes. Tell someone something small and positive. A modest raise. A good night's sleep. Just feeling happy today. Then, watch their face. Watch their face. not their words. Real people light up first. There is an immediate spark in their eyes. Their body opens toward you, and it happens before. It happens before they've even decided to react. They can't fake it, even if they tried. Fake people go briefly still. Then, the smile arrives. But it comes late, and after the smile, they shrink what you shared. Oh, that is nice. But don't get too excited. Yeah, cool. But have you thought about what could go wrong? Or they simply redirect to themselves. Speaking of feeling good, I have been absolutely exhausted. They pull the light away from you so quickly. It will make your head spin. Try this with 3 people you're uncertain about. The results will surprise you. Move 2. Go quiet and see who checks on you. Your presence is a gift. Your time, energy, and attention all carry real value. Some people only remember that value when they want something. For 1 week, pull back slightly. Don't post as much. Don't initiate. Don't chase. Not out of anger, just to observe. Then, watch what happens. Who notices? Who reaches out and says, "Hey, I haven't heard from you." Who shows up without needing anything in return. Real people check on you, even when there is nothing to gain. Fake people go completely silent during your quiet week, and then 2 weeks later, resurface out of nowhere, not to check on you, because they need something, a favor, information, or someone to absorb their problems. That silence during your quiet week is your answer. No confrontation required. The silence says everything. Move 3. Tell different people different small stories. This one sounds clever, but it is remarkably effective. Choose a few people you're not entirely sure about. Tell each of them a slightly different detail. Tell person A, you're thinking about moving neighborhoods. Tell person B, you're considering a new hairstyle. Tell person C, you're exploring a job change. Then, say nothing more and go about your life. One day, someone who wasn't in those conversations, someone will mention something. A move, a hairstyle. Whatever they reference tells you precisely who. Precisely who has been sharing your private life. No accusations, no investigation, no drama. You simply told 3 small stories, and let the truth find its own way back to you. It works every single time. Move 4. Ask for one small favor. This is one of the cleanest ways to separate real from fake, and it takes less than a minute to set up. Ask someone for something minor. Ask them to remind you of something. Ask them to read one paragraph you wrote. Ask them to help carry one thing. Real people either follow through or they're honest. I'm really swamped right now. Remind me next week. That honesty is genuine. You can feel it. Fake people say yes immediately, enthusiastically. They make you feel like helping is their greatest joy. And then, they simply don't do it. Days pass. Excuses arrive. I meant to. I forgot. Tomorrow for sure. And tomorrow comes and goes. Here is what that tells you. A person who can't show up for something small, will never show up for something that actually matters. The small promise is a preview of the large one. Watch how people keep minor commitments. It tells you everything about how they'll keep important ones. Move 5. Stop explaining yourself. This is the move. Fake people cannot tolerate. It exposes them, unsettles them, and causes them to leave. Stop explaining yourself. That is it. That is the whole move. Here is why it works. Fake people stay close because you keep them close. And you keep them close because you believe something. You believe that if you just explain yourself more clearly, if you're just more honest, they'll finally understand you. They'll finally see you. They'll finally be real with you. So you keep explaining and keep defending. You keep opening yourself up, hoping they'll meet you. And every time you do, you hand them more material. More thoughts, more feelings, more things to twist. The moment you stop explaining, you take all that away. When someone tries to make you feel guilty, say nothing. When someone distorts your words, don't correct them. When someone challenges your decisions, don't defend yourself. Simply look at them, stay calm, and say okay. Or say nothing at all. Not because you have no answer. You have an answer. You've simply decided to give your energy to people. People who deserve it. Fake people genuinely cannot handle this. They need your reaction, and to see their words are landing, that they still have power over you. When you stop giving them that, they have nothing left, and they'll either reveal their true nature very quickly, becoming loud, dramatic, or disproportionately angry, or they'll quietly drift away. Either outcome is a win. Here is why all 5 of these moves work. Fake people need something from you. Your attention, your emotional reactions, your desperation to be understood and accepted. That is their sustenance. What keeps them returning? When you test them quietly, when you pull back, when you stop explaining, you remove their food source. And when there is nothing left to feed on, they stop coming around. This isn't about revenge or becoming cold. It is about being honest with yourself. Honest about what you've been sensing. Honest enough to stop pretending that your instinct is wrong. Before we close, I want to say one more thing, and I need you to really hear it. Sometimes the reason fake people stay in our lives, the reason they stay so long, is because we already knew. We felt it early. That quiet voice said, something is wrong, and we ignored it. We ignored it because we didn't want to lose the connection. We didn't want to feel alone. We didn't want to admit that someone didn't care back. So we stayed. We explained ourselves more. We worked harder. We kept the door open. That is not weakness. That is kindness. You're not foolish for caring or naive for trying. You are simply someone who chose to see the best before you learned to also see the truth in them. Now, you know both. Now you can be kind and clear-eyed at the same time. Here is where to start. Pick just one move. Try it this week. Share a small piece of good news and watch their face. Go quiet for a few days and see who notices. Ask one person for one small favor. One move, one test, 7 days. Watch how quickly the truth reveals itself without you having to say a single word.